Hi guys, welcome to our unit number 4, which is called Encounters. As you know, today we are not going to have our quiz. So our quiz is going to take place on May the 7th, next Friday. And today we are going to check the following contents: getting a taxi, linking words, and telling stories. First of all, I have a question for you. How do you get to work or to university? Some people get the train or get a taxi or a bus. And in this case, we are going to check the people that get a taxi to go to work. And do you know if there is a taxi rank near you? Taxi rank. Taxi rank means a place where taxis wait for you, wait for customers. Also, when we take taxis, taxi drivers use a meter. This is a meter. So you pay the exact fare at the end of the journey. And also, drivers give you the receipt in case you need it, the receipt. Besides, after you pay, drivers can give you change. And when we use taxis, we don't usually give a tip to the drivers. And how do we get a taxi? Now we're going to read, you are going to read actually, a conversation. So here we have the passenger and the taxi driver. So please take some minutes and read it. As you could see, the passenger wants to go to La Moneda, right? And then we have this part. So please read it. As you can see, they arrived to La Moneda, right? Now try to underline the information that you think is useful to get a taxi or when you use a taxi. For instance, in this part, I'm going to underline something that I think is useful. For example, here we have, I would like to go to La Moneda. How much is it? How much is it? I think it is important. Okay? And do you have a taxi story? Like an experience that you have lived in a taxi maybe? Now we're going to read a story. But before we read it, I have these words for you. We have later, then, during, after, and when. Do you know what these words are? Do you know the meaning of them? Do you know how we use them? Let's think about it. Take a minute and try to come up with some ideas. These words are called linking words. Linking words are used to connect our ideas and sentences in a proper way. And here we have some examples of these linking words. For example, we have a few minutes later, he called me to say I love you. I work a lot during the day. He was sad when he heard the news. He waited for her and then he went into the house. He went for a walk after breakfast. So here we have some examples about these linking words. Now we're going to read our taxi story. Here we have it, right? This is from Marina. And the idea now is that you first read it and then you try to complete the story using after, later, during, then, and when, here. For example, we have the first example. Half an hour later, there was no car. So take 5 to 8 minutes to read it and then to complete the story. As you can see here we have the correct answers. And also, here we can notice that this is a past story. Past, right? And take a look at the verbs. What tense here is repeated? Look at the verbs. For instance, we have was waiting, to come. As you can see, the tense that is most repeated here is past tense. So we have here stopped, asked, helped, told, arrived, was, right? And what about this sentence? I was waiting. I was waiting. This sentence is at the beginning of the reading part. I was waiting for. Also, we have I was getting worried. The same pattern. I was waiting, I was getting. In case you don't know, this is called past continuous. And we use past continuous to tell stories, and mainly to start a story and to create an atmosphere. For example, the sun was shining and birds were singing. Also, we have while I was driving to work yesterday, I saw him. As you can see, I was driving is an action in progress in the past. We want to emphasize this action. And also we have, I saw him. This is a completed action in the past, and this is called past simple. We have already checked past simple. And here we have the differences between past simple or past continuous. And as you can see, we use both to tell stories, right? So if we come back to the reading part, we have, I was getting worried, so I went down to wait in the street, right? We have, I was getting worried, I went down. Also here, you can see, here I have a video. I have a video for you. I'm going to. So the guy here says, while I was sleeping last night, there was an earthquake.
Sleeping last night, there was an earthquake.
Oh God, what's that? Hey, we gotta get out of here.
I jumped out of bed. The house was shaking and people were screaming.
Get downstairs. We gotta get
Books were falling off of bookshelves as I ran downstairs and out the door. Other people were running out of their houses and waiting in the street for the earthquake to end.
As you could see, this guy mixed both tenses to tell his story, right? He used past continuous and also past simple. And here we can see that when he started to tell his story, he said, he used past continuous, right?
While I was sleeping last night.
While I was sleeping. So this is the way that you start a story. And now, guys, you can practice here. In the software, unit number 4 encounters, you can practice in the following exercises: getting a taxi 1, 2, and 3, and linking a story to past, progressive, and starting a story. In case you have any questions, some doubts, please contact me. I hope you have a great day and take care. Bye.